Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Twitter sphere, welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to TeamBoydTV Live, the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. And I dare somebody to dispute it. I got my boys with me. What up, Glass? What's going on, man? You still pushing that dumb truck around, man?
No, I got that truck going around each corner. Check and see who putting stuff out on the corner, out on the curb.
I'm telling you,
what's
right?
up, Twitter hustlers?
Yes, and we got the Shogun in the building. What up, JB? What's happening?
What's up, player?
Everything good?
Everything good.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I had so much fun this weekend watching the games. Right, like this weekend was dope. I saw, look, what y'all know about, and we're going to talk about some of these things. What y'all know about that brawl in the Music City, though? What you know about them boys? It was like Bloods versus Crips out there for like 5 minutes, right?
They literally fighting tooth and nail for Mariota, man.
I'm trying to tell you, right?
They was throwing blows for Mariota.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Glass, what about your boys? What about Aaron Rodgers, man, and that hornet's nest they walked up into at Buffalo, man?
No, I gotta give y'all credit because I sure didn't see that coming.
Woo.
I ain't shortchanging the Bills, but they straight brought it to them.
Man, yeah. Now, look, I have been overlooking the Bills' defense. The Bills' defense, look, I'm a believer now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wasn't a believer before, I'm a believer now. You know what I mean? But that was thoroughly enjoyable for me. And JB, you know that I enjoyed this one. Them boys got put away. Finally, nail in the coffin. They done. No need to talk about them no more this season. They're finished. Talking about Colin Kaepernick and the San Francisco 49ers. They're done. How you feel about that?
Okay, well, I mean, they are what their record is.
Yeah,
they
man.
played up to that. They played. They knew it was an elimination game, and they didn't. They act like they wanted to play like it. Then it just didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Another heavy hitter got sent home too, didn't it? Wasn't it somebody else?
Who?
I can't remember who it was. It was off the top of my head. I thought it was another.
A heavy hitter? Let me see. I got my board.
I thought another heavy hitter got sent to the crib.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's 49. It was the 49ers and the Vikings.
Okay, good. So listen, for all of our the people who are watching the show, we got a couple people that are joining the live stream. What up, Justin Merkwa? Shout out to Justin Merkwa. Shout out to my boy talking WWE with Jay, new dude that's a new fan to the show. My boy Jay, had a little conversation with him today. But for everybody else who knew, right, you know how the drill is, man. Y'all get with us on Twitter, join the conversation. If you agree, if you disagree, don't really matter to us. We just like talking to y'all. Use that hashtag, TeamBoydTV Live on the Twitter, and you can get your tweet featured here on the show. Now, anything else we want to cover before we hop into that first break, man?
I'm good.
Nope.
Is that it?
Let's roll.
Okay, let's go into that first break, and we'll be back in a second. TeamBoydTV Turbo is sponsored by Domain.com. In today's connected world, it's kind of hard to be heard or to get noticed. That's why an online presence is so vital. If you have a brand to promote, relying on social media just doesn't cut it these days. Although social media is a powerful way to build a following, there is nothing like having your own hosted website. That's where Domain.com comes in. Domain.com offers the very best in web hosting services, and with plans starting at just under $4 a month, it's super affordable as well. And now, because you guys are awesome Team Boyd TV Turbo subscribers, you can get yourself a sweet combo deal if you go to TeamBoydTV.com and click the Domain.com button. Once you click the button, you get redirected to the Domain.com promo page, where once you sign up and use the promo code DOMFREE, that's DOMFREE, you can get yourself a free domain name. That's a free website that you can use to build your audience. And Domain.com web hosting is packed with bonus features too. Check this out. All web hosting plans come with $100 Google AdWords bonus, $50 Yahoo/Bing search marketing credit, $50 in Facebook advertising, a free YellowPages.com listing, and get this, a free toll-free phone number if you live in the U.S. And if you're like me and you know nothing about website design, Domain.com even has the awesomely easy drag-and-drop site builder to get you up and running right away. So what are you waiting for? There's no excuse not to get your online presence rolling right now. Remember, go to TeamBoydTV.com, click the Domain.com button, and use the promo code DOMFREE to get your free domain to use for your website today. And welcome back to Team Boyd TV Live, dopest live show on YouTube. T Money is in the building, right? T Money's in the building. And T Money says the Dolphins season is over too with that loss to New England, right? And I
forgot about that.
I gotta give it to him. He got a little bit of a point, right? He got a little bit of a point. But today, we're gonna start off our broadcast today with a little bit of breaking news. Glad's got a little bit of breaking news. I learned via the NFL mobile app about an hour before we went on the air that Coach Trestman is showing Jay Cutler the pine. You know what I'm saying? So listen, Glass, since that's your hometown team, I'm gonna give you first crack at this one, and I want to know. Listen, we've been talking about this for a minute. I'm saying, so let me know how you feel about it. What's going on with it?
Okay, you know how it is over here in the shop, man. People losing their minds over there, especially after what happened Monday.
Right.
Tuesday morning, people wanted heads. People wanted Trestman, Cutler, hanging from Soldiers Field, straight up.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So Cutler, and then it's funny. Just I don't know who said it. Somebody said that it seems like Ray Lewis was showing more emotion about how Cutler's now the leader than Cutler ever been on since he's been on the Bears. So it's just something just had to happen. You can't. I mean, the team is loaded offensively. And you're not showing us anything.
No.
Defense, I understand we're a little weak. On offense, we have no excuses.
Right.
And the way they played Monday, you know what? I'm a Cutler fan. You know, he's been on my beloved Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
He came to the shy. Yeah. I'm trying to defend him. I can't defend him anymore. Right. The man he's making too much money and making too many interceptions.
I can understand.
Exactly.
Hey, JB, you got $18.5 million on the bench. How you feeling about it? Man,
if they can sit Hoyer for Manziel, and if they can sit RG3 for McCoy, he need the bench. He should have had the bench a few weeks back.
Right.
That's just how I see it.
Hey, T-Money says, like, look, if they start Jimmy Clausen, it's got one word for them. They try to tank the season away. I mean, we got Jimmy Clausen. Jimmy Clausen.
Hey, listen, wait. Who said that? T-Money, the season was tanked 4 weeks ago.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. But that's what it is. And, you know, we made it. We talked about it last night for a little bit. And, I mean, I don't know really what's going on with Jay Cutler. Like, we said this earlier in the season, like, if I can remember, that we said that the Chicago Bears didn't have no excuse. Now, the thing with what's the wide receiver's name who got hurt, whatever?
Brandon Marshall.
Okay, now this was late though, right? So this happened late, but they've been bad all season. You know what I mean? So
because Charles Tillman went out, Lance Briggs went out. Yeah, that's when they gave up. Yeah, that's when I felt like they gave up.
Yeah, man, that is some pretty bad business right there. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see Jimmy Clausen. You know, it look like he's probably gonna finish the season out. Now, Glass, I gotta ask, right? They making this move now, you know, kind of like what Cleveland is doing with Manziel. And we're gonna talk about Manziel. Trust me when I tell you, we're gonna talk about Manziel, right? But what do they do going forward? Because you know, Ronnie last night was talking about how they should go ahead and be looking in the draft for a quarterback, but they owe this dude so much money. What do you do?
Well, what I do, number one, somebody's head gonna roll.
Yeah.
I don't think Phil Emery's head should roll because he put together. I understand what people are saying, they paying Cutler too much money. I got that.
Right.
But just let's not forget, he put that offense together, brought in Brandon Marshall, brought in Alshon Jeffries, brought in I can't remember tight end's name right now. Brought him in.
Martellus Bennett.
Thank you. He brought in the groceries. Trestman didn't know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if a head should roll, I believe Trestman head should roll. The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, everybody, the whole coaching staff should roll.
Wow, but dude just got there.
I don't care.
JB,
what that mean?
Hey JB, I think this is what Trestman's second season. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, now we seen what they did in Cleveland last year. They ran Chazinski out of town after one season. Are you feeling like that's the move to make?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that everybody should have been listening to what Phillip Rivers used to say about Cutler. Right. He sucked, and he said that a long time ago. But you know, they believed him. They thought that Cutler was a multi-million-dollar quarterback, and he is not.
No, definitely not.
Far from it.
Not under no circumstances. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this story, how Aaron Rodgers, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, got a little upset and said some things publicly about the offensive coordinator, I forget what his name is, for the Chicago Bears, said that he was one of the unnamed people who was saying all these crazy things about Jay Cutler a couple weeks ago. I'm coming back to you, JV. You, Jay Cutler, you playing bad. You find out your offensive coordinator is the one that's in the news spread, talking back all crazy about you. How do you handle that?
Well, you obviously the only way you trump that is to play better.
Right,
so
right.
obviously, what that guy was saying is true. I mean, he played right up to it.
Right. That's crazy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, back it up. Back it up.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
You couldn't even back it up at home. Come on, man.
It is a wild story, man. And I hate to see it go down like that, but we always talk about them big old contracts like that, and how these guys are just not living up to them. And Jay Cutler, latest victim, man, latest victim. Now,
let me say one more thing about my Chicago Bears,
okay.
hometown Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Number one, that was a mean matchup in the first place. Trustman and Cutler.
Yeah.
I'm cool with somebody, with one individual being nonchalant about everything.
Right.
The coach and the quarterback be nonchalant, and you got a 5-9 record now. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It just don't work out. So something got to happen. I can't go through this one more year.
I mean, he most guys, most people, you at least fake it till you make it. You look the part. Jay looked as bad as he played, man. He looked like he's straight out of a raging party the night before, man. It just don't look right. He don't look good. He played just like he looked, man. I don't know.
Right. Well, you know what? This goes back to what we were saying. I don't know if it was the end of last season or had to be the end of last season, about how they fired Lovie Smith. Right? Thought he was the problem. Right? They thought Lovie. Now, I wonder if them same dudes who signed the papers to release, Coach Lovie Smith, I wonder if they still employed by the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean?
If so, they're part of the problem.
Yeah, because
that is exactly what's wrong with them.
That's what the problem is at right there, right? Okay, moving along, and I don't know which way I want to go. Yeah, I want to go here first. So, 2 days ago, I want to say it was 2 days ago, Good Morning America, they obtained an audio recording of NFL Director of Football Relations, is that his title? Troy Vincent?
Yeah.
Him on the phone with Adrian Peterson, pretty much promising Adrian Peterson was only going to get 2 game suspension, blah, blah, blah. And that's all in the wake of Adrian Peterson's appeal process, right? Which was denied, by the way, right? Okay. So, fellas, been dogging the NFL front office all season long, like right from the kickoff, right? Glass, I got to go to you, bruh.
No. Let me go to you first. What do you think about it? Because I don't know if you're gonna like what I got to say.
Well, okay. Well, look, this is what I will say. I will say that it might be time to make a change at commissioner. Now, I know that's hard to do because, like we discussed last night, the NFL owners are pretty much the only ones that can pretty much relieve this man of duty, and they love him, right? Because of that miracle that he performed. Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, with that CBA agreement back in, was it 2011? Was it?
Exactly.
That right there is his crown jewel. That's his most esteemed accomplishment as the NFL commissioner. And I'm telling you, he gonna use that as leverage every single time he get in trouble. And I can't really see the owner saying, well, you know what? Well, I understand. Because I mean, look, this Adrian Peterson, Ray Rice, Greg Hardy, Ray McDonald. What's the guy's name who smoked all that weed in Cleveland, who just came back? None of that stuff is hurting the commissioner. None of it's hurting the owners. They could care less. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on it. I'm just saying it's a mess.
So you saying Troy Vincent and the NFL was wrong on that Adrian Peterson situation?
Well,
right? They got caught up.
I think they got caught in another lie, right? Because they lied about Ray Rice. And now look, they lied about Adrian Peterson. Now we got proof that they lied. So like Ray Rice couldn't really prove that they lied. He just got lucky, and the arbitrators kind of went and saw his side of the story. They got proof. It's an audio recording of the man. They in court right now denying it. Troy Vincent said he said no such thing. You know what I mean?
You ready for this?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
as my years of being a union steward,
Uh-huh.
and Brandon is the current union steward at our job, just letting you know, you can't let management have loopholes.
Right.
There was loophole in this conversation.
Wow.
Number one. Now, I know I'm being devil's advocate right now, but I'm just letting y'all people know.
Yeah.
You got to cover all bases. All bases wasn't covered.
Right.
He didn't promise. I listened to the conversation about 5 times. He didn't promise Adrian Peterson he would be back in 2 games.
Okay.
He told Adrian Peterson, yeah, you'll be back in 2 games. And Adrian Peterson said, 2 games? As this, make sure. You saying 2 games?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, but you got to go through the process.
Right. Okay. Now I do remember that part.
That's where he messed up at.
Right.
All he had to do was come to the meeting.
Yes.
Probably show a little, kiss a little butt every now and here and there.
Right.
But you don't have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You're not playing football. You ain't gonna have any meetings. You just had to come to this meeting, and we'll work on you getting the 2 games. He didn't come to the meeting. He got what he deserved.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow.
I'm letting you know, I've seen it time and time again at my job. I'm asking you, dude. If anybody need to be blamed, it'd be his lawyer. His lawyer should say, "You get your ass on the plane.
Right.
You make sure you be an hour early for that meeting."
Okay, so JV, like Adrian Peterson in this camp, they got the tape, right? They sending it to the Good Morning America people, and they thinking they got something, right? And now listen, if you get a call from the NFL office, and the guy who's calling you is the director of football operations, he's a pretty high up guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Is he like the man next to Roger? I don't know. He's pretty high up, right?
Right.
And you talking to this guy and he's telling you these things. What's going through your mind? I mean, because to me, if that was me, not knowing everything about it, I'd have been like, oh, hell yeah. 2 games. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool.
I won't get into all of that. I will say this, though. The chain of command in NFL is ass backwards. Yes. Number one, you don't get former players to discipline current players when they like them, especially if it's their former team. And if you're a superior athlete in the NFL, which is your job as a former player to watch the integrity of the game, you can't get a former player to not only discipline current players, but you can't get them to coach for either. That case in point, Michael Singletary. That was a failure. And that's some that succeed. I mean, Dick LeBeau doing pretty good. He's done good for a long time, but I think he was a better coach than he was as a player.
Right.
But my point is that's a problem in the NFL. Everybody is out for some of these former players are still around the game in some way or fashion because they love it that much.
Yeah.
So when a superior player get in trouble, they're gonna root for or vote for the slap on the wrist, and that's the problem.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And that's how they keep getting caught trying to soften the blow for these current players.
Right.
That's the problem. I think they should get some outside people to have, to be NFL public relation or disciplinary or whatever. Just somebody that just come out of school and got some type of law degree and do it like that.
Yeah. Now, Glass, the only thing about this puzzle that kind of confuses me, why did Vincent call Peterson and say those things? That's the point I don't get.
No. See, you got to misconstrue.
Yeah.
Peterson called Vincent. It wasn't Vincent calling Peterson.
Okay.
Peterson was calling Vincent to make sure he heard right it was going to be 2 games.
Gotcha.
That's when that conversation started going.
So,
well, we all know the NFL is one big fraternity, man. Once you win, if you in the NFL for 2 days, you part of that fraternity. So when you got these guys in these other positions not wearing helmets and pads, it's going to be some shady dealing if they like it.
Absolutely. You know what? Look, JB, when you think about Adrian Peterson, the situation that he's in, it looks like it's getting worse and worse for him as time goes on. Do you think he get reinstated, or do you think he continues his career, or is he going to have to do like he said he was going to do? He said he was going to retire. So what do you think will happen to him?
No, you don't. The league need a guy like Adrian Peterson in the league. Yeah. I mean, for a lot of reasons. For his position, for his story, for him overcoming. The guy's the MVP of the league. The league need a guy like him. So, they'll go through what will be seemingly looking like a discipline, and he'll come back and play for another team. Simple.
Okay. Sound good. What about you, Class? What do you think will happen?
Man, he's coming back. The man got about 6-7 kids.
Yeah, I know, right?
He got to make that cheddar. He ain't going nowhere.
Right,
he might say what he want to do, but the mama's going to be like, nah, you got to go out there and run that ball.
I got you, right? So the other thing is, let me see if I can change this real quick. Okay. So the other thing is, and I couldn't wait. Right, I couldn't wait to talk about this one. Mr. Johnny Money Manziel made his full-time debut as a starter. And I know the internet was going crazy, right? You know, you trying to hold back.
You know what? That's another quarterback I tried to back, and he just laid a big one out there on the field. Man just throwing just to be throwing. He forgot he didn't have Michael Evans as his wide receiver. He forgot he was playing in the NFL. Right. Dude, he just looked bad. He didn't have nothing to say. When your coach said you playing like a rookie, even though you are a rookie, right. you don't have a chance, man.
Hey, JB, I laughed my ass off the whole entire game. When you watched this, what was you thinking about, man?
I was proud as a Raven. I was proud. I was like, hey, they go that giant step back. But I tell you this, I wish they had showed a shot of Hoyer at an unexpected time. I bet he was enjoying it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I mean, how more? What? The timing, man. The timing. Your team is in the hunt.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback that's playing way better than that. Way better than a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of people need a guy like Hoyer somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put Clown Manziel in there and look at wow. I was like, that's.
Yo, look when they pulled Hoyer from the game the previous week. I was like, why you pulling him? I mean, I can see if the game was completely out of hand, and it wasn't because they ended up winning the game, right? They pulled the man, and Glass, you talked about it last week about how his psyche and all this kind of stuff. And they're gonna go with the rookie, right? And I don't know if they gave up and threw the towel in at that point. I don't know, but I don't know what they expected from him. Maybe like JB said it last week. Maybe they said something in practice that we didn't like. He came on that big stage, and everything was complete. I mean, he couldn't do nothing right. But we said it was a bad idea to start him. The Browns still got a little slither of a hope, Glass. What do you think? They still go with Manziel? Do they bring him to Charlotte? Or
man, you already crapped in the bed already. You might as well just go ahead and finish it off because you don't have no. Hoyer's not strong enough to bring him back and try to make a run for the playoffs.
Right.
We just got through saying in AFC North, you got the Ravens with a simple, easy schedule. You got the Steelers making moves. I already told you the Bengals going to slip anyway. Right. But the Browns don't have anything left. So, just go ahead and stay with Manziel, see what you got, and think about
if I'm not mistaken, they done at 7-7. Even now, it's going to take the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers to lose the last two for them to have a shot.
But
that is not happening.
But mathematically, they still in it. And T-Money says, the Browns pissed their season away, and as a Panther, I'd rather play Johnny this Sunday. And you know what? I understand all that now, but we ain't talking about the Panthers right now. We talk about the turmoil in Cleveland, right? If they really trying to do something, right? I mean, it'll take a miracle for them to climb back into the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't know. Are they looking to the future? Are they saying, listen, we got 2 games left. Let's see what Johnny got. Let's put him out there in the fire, and then we'll work on some stuff. At least get some tape on the guy. You see what I'm saying? Get some tape on him or whatever.
This is what you do. You play out Johnny Manziel, see what you got. Okay. If he don't look like he's worth anything, I'll put him on the trading block quick, fast, in a hurry.
Hey, more problems than he is play. I guarantee you that he played awful. But I'll say this though, and this is just my thinking. I ain't no proof to what I'm about to say, but I'll say this. I think, and I talked to you about this last night, Q. Yeah. I think Coach P gave Marvin Lewis that AFC North win to spite the Steelers and the Ravens because he tapped out of the playoffs. He was like, I ain't going, but I'm gonna take the lesser of the 3 evils and I'm gonna pick Cincinnati and I'm gonna pretty much hand him. I'm gonna feed my stupid young non-competent quarterback in there so the Bengals can get this easy win so we'll have a leg up on the Ravens at least. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. Let's soak that all in. That's coming from a straight Ravens fan.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because look, you pretty much gave a Division 4 win. You're like, I'm putting Manziel in. I ain't gonna put my best guy and give my team a chance to win. I ain't gonna put my best guy in there. I'm gonna put Manziel in there.
That's hilarious, man.
Hey, look, and he didn't play bad. He didn't have a couple of bad plays. He had a bad game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't even turning around and hand the ball off right. He threw 2 balls up for prayers. He just... And you didn't pull him.
All game.
Coach P never called timeout. He never looked disgusted on the sidelines. His teammates didn't even look like... It was going according to plan. Yeah, we're gonna do this to the Ravens and the Steelers.
He is going in.
How it looks to me.
That's
just me, though.
What you had to add, Glenn?
There's nothing to add. There's nothing to add. He just laid out.
Hey.
I'm sitting here trying to process everything he just said.
Look, Glass, there is no other reason you put Manziel in there. Give me another reason. Give me something logical.
Right.
Just to see what you got.
Like I said, just to see, get some tape on him so you can have something to work on in the season. T-Money said, the longer he plays and stinking it up, though, you bring him down his trade value instead of sitting him and trading him off potential.
That's right.
And
That's exactly right.
I gotta agree with that too. You know, because
the eye in the sky don't lie.
Yeah, you showing your hand. You know what I mean? So you don't want to show your hand, right? You know. Oh man, I thought it was funny. You know, Twitter loved it. Like the memes were flying, but it was crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
I see the little thing Coach P did for Marvin Lewis.
Yeah. You would.
I said, that's cool. I mean, that's slick. That's all right.
Of course you would.
You know what would have been perfect? I was tired of everybody doing this.
Yes. Hey.
What would have been perfect? Somebody sacked him. Somebody come out their pocket with some dollar bills.
I know, right? Hey, one of them dudes had roughed him up. One of them Bengals had roughed him up and was mocking him like that. So I mean, it was cool. Look, that made my Sunday. You know, that was good. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? So listen, I think that's all we had to cover today, right? Was that it? Was that everything? That was all.
I mean, your boy Hoyer is a hometown Cleveland kid that gave up his knee the season before.
Yeah.
For Coach P to say, look, I'm gonna make sure you win the AFC North, Marvin. Don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just sad, man.
They ain't loyal, man. They ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? They are not loyal. Hey, listen, what we going to do right here, we're going to go ahead and go into our social media break. We're going to come back. Glass, you got the games for us, right?
Yes, sir.
We got some big ones.
Yes.
Hey, look, playoff implications. Yeah, it's going to be good, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hop into this break real quick. We'll be right back.
Hey, sports fans. This is Get With It Sports, here to announce a new project that's in the making. A bunch of up-and-coming and popular sports video makers here on YouTube decided to get together and take sports talk to another level. The name of this group, Prime Sports Talk Coalition. This group consists of Get With It Sports, TeamBoydTV, Wake Up Is Football, Idiot Sports Talk, and 3-Point Conversion. Expect great conversations on current sports topics and the type of debates you're looking for. No holds barred with a friendly banter. So stay tuned to these channels to see Prime Sports Talk Coalition in full effect. Check us out and enjoy. Peace.
Get social with TeamBoydTV. Like our Facebook page and join us every Sunday during the regular season for the TeamBoydTV Facebook halftime show. You can also follow us on Twitter at TeamBoydTV and at VernieB73. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamBoydTV Turbo for all of our live shows, podcasts, among other things. Be sure to check out our Google Plus page for real-time status update and overall community discussion. TeamBoydTV is also on Instagram, Spreaker, and iTunes. Once again, thank you for watching TeamBoydTV.
And we are back. And hey, listen, T-Money made a nice little tweet right before we was going to break. He was like, yo, I mean, look how long we've been talking about guys like Ryan Mallett and Brock Osweiler just off potential, and they ain't even touched the field at first. And he got a pretty good point, you know? And I mean, it was the same as we said about Aaron Rodgers too, you know?
I'll say this, Q.
Yeah.
And I want to put heads on notice. I guarantee you, Hoyer will be starting against the Ravens week 16.
But Manziel.
Then you'll see that I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so you said they'll send Manziel to Charlotte, but they
we're gonna give Marvin Lewis the win. I'm gonna get off this. We'll give Marvin Lewis the AFC North. We'll give him a leg up over the Ravens because they got the sweep.
Okay.
The Bengals do, and we're gonna let them clown around in Carolina, and then we're gonna put Hoyer back in for week 16 against the Ravens.
Wow, that's amazing. And look, if that happened, I will give it to you because it sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm just saying.
Why else would you do it? Why else would you put Manziel?
I don't know. Maybe it's PR guys. I don't know. Anyway, we got 4 really, really big
games this week, all with playoff implications. Some teams are in win or go home mode. Some teams praying for a miracle somebody else lose. A lot of scoreboard watching this weekend. Glass, what do we have up first?
Okay, I have the order what I want them to come out as, but I'm gonna change up because I think the last two gonna be critical. Okay. So I'm just gonna go with my beloved Denver 3 going up to Cincinnati played the 9-4-1 Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes, which I knew that you and JB were gonna love this matchup because I know both of y'all we paying close attention to this game. And I was trying to think. I think this game means a little bit more to Cincinnati than it does Denver, though, right?
Oh, we locked up.
Yeah,
we locked up.
Okay, all right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So I know we're playing on the road and everything. Right. Like I've always said, I don't trust Andy Dalton. They had a nice little squeaky game last week.
Yeah.
They about to run into a buzzsaw right now.
I told you what that was last week. It was practice. It was extra practice. It was in the danger room, man. They gave Johnny Manziel like a live practice session. That's what it was.
See, it's a big old difference from Johnny Manziel to Peyton Manning.
No, it's a big
and the wide receiver. So I don't think they're gonna be ready for it. Even though Bengals need to win this game, but just like what was it? Let me see. The week before, we might as well call the Denver Broncos the Grim Reapers.
Oh,
because we took out the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
They messed up. We took out the San Diego Chargers. Mm-hmm. They basically gone. Mm-hmm. Now we're about to run up on the Cincinnati Bengals, knock them out for either the Ravens or the Steelers. So I'm definitely going with the Denver Broncos.
Okay, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist.
I'm going to keep it rolling then. Since you started it like that. Marvin Lewis knew that his chances of beating Peyton Manning, wanting that number 1 seed was slim. Right. So Coach P gave him that AFC North win. He gave him that win because he knew he was going to lose to the Broncos. And he got the Steelers. They'll play them straight up. They got the Steelers after that. But he knew that he wasn't going to get Peyton Manning. He knew it. They knew it. So I got Denver. And I see they playing. I see it. It's too easy. I got Denver by a long shot. I got Denver by 20. Because they know it. I know it.
Wow.
Big Q, all I gotta say is if I keep on listening to JB, I'm gonna start believing it.
I know. I'm just saying.
I got Denver by 20, bro. I got Denver 41-21. No lie.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, listen, I was having a hard time with this one, right? I think, I don't know if John Fox there, because he ain't known for doing this. He ain't known for saying, well, we got what we wanted. We can just like chill out and just put the second and third string out there. And, Peyton won his records and stuff. So, this one's tough. I think clearly Denver is a better team, but the Bengals are hungry. And I've seen what they can do sometimes when, especially if Denver lay it out there for them. So I'm going with Denver. Like I said on the show last night, depending on how Fox approaches the game, we'll see what if he just says, hey, listen, I'm going to sit Peyton and Thomas and all these guys and, because we good. But why risk them over some crap that don't mean nothing? You know what I mean? And I understand there's been a situation in the NFL where a lot of people don't like that. Going way back to the who was the coach in Indianapolis who did it all the time? Was it Tony Dungy? Was it him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. And it ended up costing him a couple times, and it didn't work out that way. And some people are like, yo, why you do it? You disrupting the rhythm. But if you got a first round bye anyway, what difference does it make?
Well, Denver ain't quite locked up the number 1 seed yet, so they got something to play for. Denver by 20, by the way. They know it. I know it.
I appreciate that, JB. I'll take that.
Right. Okay. So hold on. We got a tweet. Let's see who that was. Let's see who we got, because I want to make sure that our fans are thoroughly engaged. T Money says Broncos winning, but the Bengals have a slight chance, and that's if Gio and Hill, who just won off POW and control the tempo.
Man, Denver by 20, man. This is the Bengals week to rest their players for the Steelers.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because it's all about the division. They know the Bengals gonna win. If they beat the Steelers, they win the division.
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying. This AFC game against Denver don't mean nothing because they can't get the number 1 seed. They too many games back from the Patriots.
Right.
And the Broncos.
Right.
So this is their bye week, really, to rest players. They'll get guys out there to run in circles, and they're gonna lose by 20.
Okay.
And they're gonna make sure they have a healthy enough team for whatever's left to beat the Steelers if they win and win the North.
Okay.
Because they were set up by Coach Penn Cleveland. I'm going to let it go, man. I don't want you to think about it. Just think about it. It's too easy to see.
You keep laying it out. Okay.
So easy to see.
We all got Denver, right? So Glass, where we going next?
I got to sit here. I'm sitting here marinating what JB said. I'm starting to believe that mess. But anyway, we're going to go to the next game. We got the 8-6 Kansas City Chiefs going up to Heinz Field to play the 9-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Both of them fighting for position
they are.
For the playoffs.
Yes, they are. Wow. So the Steelers are still very much alive in that wild card race, right? And they're right in the thick of it with you, right? With the Ravens, right?
Yep. 9-5.
And I think the Chargers got bumped out to the bubble, right? They're on the bubble, right?
They in the hunt at 8-6.
I was riding with them, man. They've been letting me down.
Yeah, I know you was.
Yeah, you see, I'm easing up off that bandwagon a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But now I did see. We talked about it last night. I saw Kansas City kind of put on a little bit of a show, but then again, they were playing the Oakland Raiders, right? So I don't know how much of that I want to believe, but with all those explosive plays and stuff that they had, this is a different kind of game, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna go with Kansas City though. I think Kansas City can go in and get it. Kansas City is the road team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Kansas City. Glass, which one are you riding with? Which one are you going?
Okay, of course. Well, we got the AFC West locked up, so I ain't even worried about it. But Kansas City Chiefs, I like some Andy Reid. I in a roundabout way like the Chiefs, but I don't think they have enough to go in Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh, just the AFC North, they fighting. Yes, they are. Tooth and nail for that position between the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bengals. Yeah. So the Steelers need this game more ways than one. I seen I forgot who they played last week.
Oh, the Steelers.
But anyway,
they played Atlanta.
The Steelers, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think they all hyped up. I seen Tomlin all jumping around, getting hyped and everything. So I think they on the roll. They on the roll. They got momentum rather. Yeah. They're playing at home. Playoff implications is on the board, so I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Smith. What's the quarterback name for the Kansas City?
Alex Smith, my boy.
I don't think. Your boy. I don't think he'll manage that game well enough against the Steelers. So I'm definitely going with the Steelers by at least 10, 14 points.
Wow, I can't wait to hit us, JB. I can't wait to hit us.
I ain't gonna keep it going. I'm just gonna give you my pick. Well, I'll say this. It's going to be too much Bell and Brown and Roethlisberger for Kansas City. And Mike Tomlin, he understands what's going on in the AFC North. He understands the little monkey wrench that the Browns and the Bengals pull. Right. So, they playing foil, though. It's over. Because they're going to win out and we're going to win out. So Steelers by 14.
Okay, so Team Money says he got the Steelers. They shutting JC down. And do the Chiefs wide receivers have a touchdown yet? I think they got one last week. They got one last week.
One in week 15. That ain't promising. That you gonna need that. This is a passing league now. You gonna need at least your lead receiver should have at least 10 touchdowns by now.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what the problem was. They said it was just the play call and the way it went, man. That's just the reason why they weren't able to throw the ball down like that.
Man, please, you really believe that?
Not for 15 weeks of football in a passing league.
In a passing league, yeah. I don't know.
You can't pass at this point.
Right. Well, you saw my tweet during the game, right, JB? At the end of the game, they needed to throw a Hail Mary pass, right? And Smith just couldn't even throw it 30 yards. And I was like, at first I thought he was just saying he was like too nervous to throw the ball that deep. But now I don't think he actually physically can do it. You know what I mean? I have to watch it.
To be completely honest with you, I hadn't seen a deep ball from Alex Smith in a long time.
Very long time. Very long time.
Wait, let me ask JB a question.
Yeah.
Now, both of you and the Steelers, y'all fighting 9-5. Y'all both 9-5, and I got both of you guys winning the last two games. I got the Steelers winning against the Chiefs and the Bengals. I got you guys winning against the Texans and the Browns. So if both of y'all win both the games, who got the division?
Oh, that's nice.
Well, I mean, we would. It depends. It depends on who have more division wins. And if the Steelers beat the Bengals, we already got a split. The head-to-head wouldn't matter. They'll have more division wins than us.
Right.
Yeah. And so they'll win a division, and we'll be, wild card at best.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
But that division though, it's been exciting all season long though. Them boys been putting in work. They've been putting in work, and I like it. What's the so we all no? I went. Okay, no, y'all both picked Steelers, right? And I picked the Chiefs. Okay, I picked the Chiefs. Okay, all right, Glass. What's the third game?
All right. I guess we're gonna since we're in AFC, we might as well stay AFC basically.
right.
We have this is a one NFC team. We got the battle of the 10-4s. We got the 10-4 Indianapolis Colts going up to Jerry's World to play the 10-4 Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, which I'm super excited about because you know what, I watch a lot of YouTube. You know, I watch a whole lot of YouTube, and you know, and the TTC boys, man, they're my boys. That's my fam right there. You know, me and the TTC, we cool. You know what I'm saying? And just watching the fallout from the Eagles-Cowboys game, oh, man, it was so entertaining, right? And, you know, of course, Dallas fans are back on their high horse again. Mm-hmm. But here's how it's going to play out, though. Here's how it's going to play out. Indy going to roll up in there and get that thing, right? And then I think Dallas's last game is a divisional game against who is it against? It ain't against Philly, is it? No, it's not.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, it's one of them scrub teams like New York or somebody.
Washington.
Oh yeah, so it really don't matter at this point, right? You know what I'm saying? But you know, but you know, Indy gonna go ahead and surprise them though. And you know, of course, you know, everybody know they got the little running back situation and that kind of thing. But I like Indianapolis. I do. I think you know, of course, you know, Dallas have been playing super competitive at home anyway. That's why they're perfect on the road right now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they lost a road game
7-0.
So look, I'm going Indianapolis. JB, where you at?
Hey, who Indy got for the final week of the season? Probably Tennessee, right? Either the Colts or the Jags, right?
They got who? We talking about Indianapolis?
Yeah.
They got the Titans.
Okay, so now look at this. Wow. Here's another one I'm laying out for y'all quite flat. This is Indianapolis bye week because they don't need this game.
Right.
Because they already got the division locked up. They ain't going to get the number one seed because they too many games back of Denver and New England.
Yeah.
So you already won a division. Why? And you ain't going to rest your players. So you're just going to have them out there doing crazy stuff. You're just going to have them out there to stay fresh. So they're going to lose. Dallas win this game, and they'll beat the Titans. And they'll put themselves a little bit further ahead in their division for the record-wise, because they ain't gonna move up no closer to the number one seed. Yeah. They already won a division last week, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay,
so
all right then.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just me. I mean, they ain't really no facts, but what you playing for if you think about it?
Right.
Injuries? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah. Okay. He like Dallas in the game on some luck stuff, right? Oh, hold on, before I go to you, Glass, let's see what we got on Twitter. Twitter says, Miss T Money, 1993. The Indy Lux going to win. Cowboys choking, and Murray will get hit in that hand and fumble at a key moment in the game. Glass, how you feel?
Yeah, what T Money saying. I'm listening to JB, and he making stuff sound good right now. Anyway, I would think Indy would win the game because of DeMarco Murray.
Right.
But if you really think about it, Dallas Cowboys, they've been firing off all pistons.
And they got other running backs.
The air game, the run game, the special team. They got a hell of an offensive line. Mm-hmm. Dez Bryant just made asses out of the Philadelphia Eagles last week. Right. So, with all that being said, even though DeMarco Murray got a padded up hand, they don't really need him. Who's the backup? Randall.
Yeah.
Randall come in, everything keep going. I hate to say it, but I got the Dallas Cowboys winning this game.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow. That's amazing. But it's good, though. I mean, you know, the Dallas Cowboys will stay alive. I wanted to
they're going to put a little heat behind the Philadelphia Eagles because Philadelphia cannot mess up not one more time.
Dude, that's Philly.
And then Dallas got another easy opponent in their own division with Washington. So they you know, it's set up lovely for them.
But wait a minute. Didn't Washington shock them earlier this season?
I don't know. I ain't really been shocking many.
I think Washington shocked them this season. If I'm not mistaken, T Money, look that one up for me.
I'm about to check into that, but yeah.
Look, T Money, look. I think Washington shocked them. I think that's what happened. You know what?
You got me looking right now. Go ahead.
I'm saying I got T Money on the case. He gonna check that out for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it was probably them or the Giants, one of the two.
No, it definitely wasn't the Giants. I'm thinking it was Washington. I'm pretty positive that's what it was. You know, and I don't know what happened. And this was before they went on that little rip. This was before they went on that little. No, actually, they were in the middle of it, I think. Somebody shocked them, and it was somebody that nobody expect. And I think it was Washington. I think it was. I'm not 100%. I don't got it out in front of me.
Anywho.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But anyway, what
you right.
See, I thought that's what it was. I thought that's what it was.
I watched it 20-17.
Yes, because yeah. It was Kirk Cousins. It was Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Remember? Yeah, that's what it was.
Exactly.
It was Kirk Cousins who did it. I thought that was right. Okay, so I mean, hey, this ain't gonna happen, but we got RG Thrussell back there, so I'm just saying, right? Okay, so our last and final game goes to where?
All right, we're going to this battle of the NFC West.
Ooh.
This is my game of the week. We got the 10-4 Seattle Seahawks going up to the big toaster to play the 11-3 Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Now you're finally making me think. Now I gotta look at X's and O's now. Go ahead, Glass.
No, it was on you, JB. It's on you.
Oh man, this a tough game. The way they've been rallying together in Arizona to win games without a quarterback, and the way that the Seahawks been playing championship-inspired football, but they're away from the link. I'm going with Arizona, man, at home. Just because they're the home team.
You know what? I gotta agree with you, man. I got into a little bit of a conversation with a guy who was making comments on the live stream last night. Bullet777, Seahawks fan, shout out to Bullet. But he was like, "Yo, you really think you're gonna beat our defense with a third-string quarterback?" And I was like, "Listen, man. This is what I'm saying. I ain't saying that whoever they got at quarterback, who was it, Ryan Lindley? I ain't saying it's going to be Ryan Lindley that's going to beat the Seattle Seahawks. I think it's going to be Bruce Arians coaching. And for whatever, they finding some kind of way. He putting the chess pieces on the board, and they getting it done. And I'm saying, more power to that man. And I like him just because that guy is brilliant with that coaching. He'll find some kind of way to kind of like that.
If the game get past 20, if the opposing team got 20 points, he's probably gonna lose. But he keep it close. Yeah. And he give his team a chance to win when it's close like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And they do a good job of keeping the game close.
They do. You know, I'm saying, I mean, this is gonna be the one, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be real. Glass, how you see it?
Man, I love me some Bruce Arians. Think he's gonna be the coach of the year this season.
Yeah.
Like what Arizona doing out there. I just hope they win the NFC West and do what they got to do.
Right.
There's just too many people in the mass unit.
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks, they're on a nice little road. They're going to play physical. If they ain't going to win the game, they're going to make sure they're going to put some more people down in the
game.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to say the Arizona Cardinals because right now, if they lose that game, I'm looking at my board right now. If they lose that game, Seattle's and Cardinals are tied up, correct? Yeah. 10-4. I mean 11-4 rather.
Yep.
And then I'm looking at the schedule. The Cardinals played the 49ers in the last game, and Seahawks played the Rams in the last. That might be
because you know what that 49ers game was a trap game all day. The 49ers gonna rally in that game. And I'm telling you.
Hey, the Rams game is a trap game.
But the Rams game is
a trap game.
Now that I'm looking at it. But with this game right here, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I hate to say it.
Wow.
They got more on their side than the Cardinals. If the Cardinals win, I'll be the first to say I'm gladly wrong, but I'm going with the Seahawks.
Hey, I picked against Arizona for 2 weeks straight and all. And I don't know how they're getting it done, man, but they able to do it.
Mr. Team 1993 says Lindley has not thrown one touchdown in a real game. At least Stanton had talent. Seattle wins big. Cards would have a better shot with Logan Thomas. Can't say no, because Lindley had some snaps last season, didn't he?
I don't remember that.
Maybe it was the season before. I think it was the season before Carson got there. I think it was. He was actually a little bit, So I don't know. Like I said, I think it comes down to the coaching. I think it is.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of screens, a lot of wide receiver bubble screens. Special teams gonna show up. I just feel like they're gonna find a way to catch the Seahawks off guard because they waiting. Naturally they sitting back waiting on you to try to throw it on them.
Absolutely. So I think that's all our games, right? That San Francisco game is gonna be good. Actually, man, all them games gonna be good, though. The Denver Cincinnati. I want to see what's gonna happen in that game, but I want to see how Bruce Arians approach this defense, knowing he's injured and he got some weak things going on. It's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, this weekend's gonna be good. And my Carolina Panthers, man, we're still in it. We're still alive. And we got Johnny Manziel coming to town. You know what I mean? Hey, I had to bring it up at least once during the show. Right? We made it this far in the show.
Yeah, I give you credit.
We only got like 20 minutes left, and I'm saying, I'm just not speaking Carolina Panthers' name, right? But, hold on, we'll just get ready to go into the next segment. But I got a tweet from Mr. T-Money. Lindley has 7 picks and 0 touchdowns.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I trust Arians, though. Arians sees something that we don't see. So that brings us to the part of the show that I think I like more than any other part, even though all parts are awesome. But we are looking at winners, losers, locks presented by DraftKings for the NFL Week 16, right? That's what we had, Week 16, right? Mm-hmm. So we doing? All right, cool. So with that being said, fellas, should I take a winner first? I don't know. Who I got as a winner? Who do I have as a winner this week? Let me see. Oh, I know. Because there's an NFC matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints going down this weekend, right? And it's in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah. So I'm saying, the Atlanta Falcons, they let me, well, they didn't let me down. They did what they were supposed to do last week. They were supposed to lose. But so they go down in there and they kind of make things a little bit easier for us. And they go and knock off these chumps known as the New Orleans Saints. They got Roddy White. Is it Roddy White? Julio Jones. Julio Jones supposed to be returning for this game, that kind of thing. And everybody know New Orleans been struggling a little bit in that dome. And I'm just saying this NFC race, if you want to call it that, I'm saying it's still very winnable by my team. So look, and we need a little bit of help. Even if our team and the Saints and the Falcons all went out, we would probably still lose the division. So we need some help. And we're going to get it in the form of the Atlanta Falcons. They're my winners for this week. Let me see. JB, who you got, bro?
Red can't go.
Red can't
Arizona,
go.
get it done. Red can't go.
Okay.
Winner.
I like it. Okay, good. All right, Glass, you up, bro.
All right, man. I hate to say it. I'm going to have to say the New England Patriots 11-3 going to New York to play the Jets.
Well, they got the Jets.
3-11.
Right.
Come on, man. Really?
They got the Jets, right.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots just because.
Hey, one thing we learned about them Jets, though, is we learned that them Jets like to scrap, man. Them Jets like to fight. You know what I mean?
Okay. They like to knuckle up.
They like to knuckle up, man. It's crazy, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, they're gonna get mollywopped though. And they playing in Gillette, or they playing in New York?
No, they're playing in MetLife.
Oh well, they still gonna get their ass whooped.
Right. It's not as harsh, that's all. Right.
Okay. So that brings us to the losers this week, JB. Who you got taking that big fat L this weekend?
And it's because they want to. Bengals lose by 20.
He's still on it.
Facts.
He's still on it, Class. He's still on it.
I'm telling you, they gonna lose by 20.
Yo, Jay Mark would say his winner is Carolina getting Ricky Manziel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's good. So. You know that conspiracy. We'll come back next week and see how we'll come back and check that out.
Hey. It's out there.
Who you got, Glenn?
Okay, I was going to go with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Now too early.
Yeah.
But no. My loser of the week is the NFL. Who in the hell thought of making the Thursday night game a battle between 2 and 12 teams?
You know what?
Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars on Thursday night.
I know.
Man, y'all could have kept that game. You keep that game.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. That's the Marcus Mariota Bowl. That's a good game. Plus, it might be a fight.
It might
Come
be a
on,
fight.
don't count that game out. Don't count that game out.
It sucks though. It really sucks. And I mean, honestly, it's gonna be so hard for me to keep my attention on that. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that off.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it either. It's just like it's hard for me to not watch a football game if I know it's a football game on TV. Which brings me to the thing where I'm upset about these two Saturday games. Now, the Saturday night game.
Exactly.
I mean, I thought we saved it for the playoffs, right? Why are we doing it now? You know what I mean? I don't
like that. Get you ready for the playoffs, Q. Get you ready.
Yeah, that's messing up my schedule. People got to work.
Is that this Saturday coming up?
Yeah, we got two games. I won at 4:30 and one at 8:30. Yeah.
What, they going NFL Network?
NFL Network, CBS, I think. Yeah, NFL Network and CBS. What we got here?
Oh, that's a money thing right there.
Oh yeah. So it says, Mr. T Money says, winners Jags, losers Saints. Lock called it on my podcast last week. ATL lose to Pitt, beat NO, lose to us, NO beat Shy, and they lose to the ATL. That's a long way to go around it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then he added, they beat Tampa, and we winning out to win the South. Okay, there you go. You know what I mean?
Hey, T-Money, that's a hell of a wit sandwich, man. But hey, you may get what you want.
Okay, so we got our guaranteed lock of the week, and I think I'm gonna take this one. We know one thing: Johnny Manziel is coming to Carolina, right? And I know this. I know this right here. I know this. If Carolina gets beat by Johnny Manziel after what we saw last week, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to cut my hair or something. I don't know. I might have to do something drastic if that goes down. Like, cause that makes no sense. Now I know that Carolina's been falling victim to a lot of people at Bank of America Stadium this season, but I thought we rectified that, right? With Tampa Bay win, right? So I'm saying. But I'm just telling you, Johnny Manziel, if you thought that ass whooping that he got from the Cincinnati defense was crazy, oh, and them boys, they have to hurt him real bad. So I'm saying Johnny Manziel. Now, I said last week that the dude was going to throw 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. He didn't fumble the ball. He held on to it. He just threw it away a bunch of times, right? But this time, though, I'm predicting at least 5 sacks. They're going to get him at least 5 times. I think they get him 5 times with our lackluster defense. But, they'll get him 5 times, I think. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. They get him 5 times. I think they can get him 5 times. They can get 5 sacks.
How many times you gonna say 5 times? Okay, man.
Cool. All right, JB, what's your guaranteed lock of the week?
Okay, since y'all hunting Manziel, we hunting some Keenum. I think the Ravens gonna abuse Chase Keenum all day.
Welcome back to the NFL.
All day.
Right. Wow. Okay. I like it. I like that one. Poach Chase Keenum. That's sad. All right, Glass, where you at, bro?
All right, man. I got 2 locks for you. One lock. By the end of the season, Chicago Bears will be putting Trestman's head in the guillotine. I can't stand that man right now.
Wow.
Number 1. Number 2.
Yeah.
Get with the sports. NFL playoff dump truck will be coming around the corner to scoop up who? The Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
that's guaranteed.
Yeah,
that's guaranteed. So be prepared to see that picture come up soon.
I like
that. Hey, who the Chargers got? Because they need to go ahead and get. They got one foot in there.
Look, you always trying to put the Chargers in this dump truck, man.
They'll be in there. They got the 49ers this week, and they got the Chiefs next week.
They might survive the Niners.
You always trying to put the Chargers in there, man.
Them Chiefs gonna go ahead and close the top.
Them Chargers ain't ready to go yet, man. They ain't ready to
going,
go.
Man. Where else they gonna fit at? I mean, the Ravens gonna win out. Steelers gonna win out. Where they going to?
Look, man, somebody gonna fall somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And the Chargers, they gonna fall. You already game behind.
Chargers trying to stay away from
Hey, man, you got.
They just listen, Q.
Yeah.
Your Super Bowl, your Chargers to the Super Bowl will not happen.
It won't happen. And I'm sad about it. But I got a new one. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to jinx
Hey, they already done told the 49ers they ain't coming to the dance, so they making sure some other people don't go.
Right.
That's what they're gonna be doing.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Everybody from Justin Merkwa to JWWEJ to T-Money 1993. And some other people who I'm not sure they are because they haven't tweeted the show yet. But I see that they in the live view thing right there, but I don't know who they are. But anyway, shout out to you guys too. And listen, you can tweet the show, man. You don't got to sit over there and be quiet. And JB, well, I'm pretty sure you'll let them know when you get to that part. But we appreciate it, man. It's been, I know we got one more regular season show, and we're still trying to put together something really cool for y'all guys for the postseason. And did I miss a tweet? Hold on, did I miss a tweet? Say Cam practiced today, by the way. Don't know if you knew that decision was made on Friday. Yeah. I knew he was gonna play. And I'm cool with that. But yeah, trying to put together something cool for y'all, man. We still working on it. We will let you guys know as soon as we iron it all out. And that type of thing right there. But, we do appreciate you guys, tuning in every Wednesday night. If you guys can do us a favor, if you guys can press the like button, share this video and the stream with your friends, man. Get more people to pay attention to what we're doing over here, man, because we think we got a pretty cool little show that we like to do right here. And we do it for you guys. With all that being said, hey, Glass, can you put yourself over, man, and let everybody know what's happening?
Yes, sir. This your boy Glass. Get with the sports. Place where you get your sports with a little swag.
That's right.
Follow me on Twitter, Facebook. Check out the blog page at getwiththesports.wordpress.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or just want to shoot the ish, hit me on the email at getwiththesports2. That's the number 2 at gmail.com.
That sounds good. Hey, JB, put yourself over, buddy. Put yourself
over.
I
appreciate that. Glass, you know the drill. All right. So, first, I want to give a shout and a shout of appreciation to everybody who watch every week, just like always. And you can catch me on Twitter at TeamBoydTV, JB_JB.
Absolutely. And as a special treat, I heard through the grapevine, I heard through the little Twitter sphere that it might be a little Ravens podcast later on this evening. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's up. Everybody check that out. That's what you think. Well, it's for Raven enthusiasts, but
listen, though,
for everybody.
You know how we do it on Team Boy TV. You claim your set, you rep your team, but of course you pay attention to what everybody else is doing too. That's how we do it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, listen, from all of us here at Team Boy TV, man, again, we want to thank all you guys for continuing to support us. And you know, making it so we can do what we do, and we love doing this, and we love doing it for y'all. And we'll see y'all guys next week, man, for the finale of the regular season here on Team Boy TV Live. We'll catch y'all next week. Y'all take it easy. Peace.